Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Woo, welcome
Let's go.
back, traders. And
I wake up to a
oh. What is that? Tell me what kind of candle that is. That is a textbook boom boom candle, baby. Let's go. Up 23% on Nio for the week. Look at the volume. Begin to step in here as you see a little bit of a crazy stretch and run on Nio Stock, seeing a weekly MACD cross, which is my favorite freaking indicator on this play, guys. So make sure to slap the subscribe button and trickle on in. Stay the full length of the video, and let's get into it, guys. We got Nio, stock ticker NIO, seeing a nice move off of the positive earnings, officially posting profitability for the first time in a long time, y'all. So on the weekly time frame, you have the 50-day EMA currently sitting at 523 and the 9-day EMA about to curl through it, guys. If that happens and you hold current momentum, guys, you can see a freaking blitz to the upside upwards of 771, because once you broke this freaking horizontal level, guys, this neckline on Nio is the most important neckline currently to date. And I say that because look at the rejections here, right? Rejection. And now you are currently closing the week above that level, guys. Not only did you do that, you closed above 560, which is such an important level as well. Look at, just take a zoom back, right? And look at how strong today's close was on Nio Stock, family. This is crazy. Look at the rejection there. Look at the bounce. Look at the bounce. And then going all the way back, right? 560, such an important level on this stock. Rejection, break above it. And then that was your first initial bounce from IPO. So 560, the level to watch for Monday next week. If you can continue to hold that as support, guys, it is no doubt in my mind that you're going to find this more cup structure and then put in your three rising valleys, right? Your higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, eventual higher high. Hopefully, as that is the trend of a lot of the small cap companies right now, especially GameStop, right? You're seeing that come to fruition on the short term of these plays. Currently, your 200-day EMA on the weekly sitting at 860. That will be a very important level to watch, so beware there, right? Be wary. But I really liked, and shout out to Swing Trader San, I really liked this perspective, right? Nio has no breaks. Indexes are down, and Nio is still climbing. For swing traders, this is as good as it gets. And if you look at his technical analysis, shout out to him. Go follow him, right? You can see past this horizontal trend line at 771, which we know is important. You have almost no resistance until 15. Now, just taking a look at the charts, right, on TradingView, you've done something huge, right? You've done something huge. You've broken above 560, and you are now tapping your new resistance line of this downwards channel. And what you do on Monday is going to be the determining factor of what you do for the next 3 to 6 months, right? If you reject here, there's a good opportunity that you break beneath 560, and then you go, you fill the gap here, and you fill the gap here. Once you're down here, what you do at 475 is going to determine what you do for the next 3 to 6 months again, right? If you fail to hold that level, you're looking at a potential retest of this downwards channel sitting at like 360. So that is the absolute worst bear case scenario on Nio Stock. But given the momentum, right, given the bullishness of this stock and IWM, which we will get to in just 1 minute, slap the subscribe button. You already know what it is, right? Look at the freaking beautiful run and stretch up that you have had so far already. Up 34% on the week. And you can see here, if you break above this, guys, you have multiple targets to fill in terms of gaps. Gap fill sitting currently at 659, and then also 711 up here, right? So those are the levels that I'm watching on the short term as this thing begins its slow and steady grind back up, right? That is the ultimate goal, is that you can see this thing continue to rally here if volume steps in. And oh my God, has it stepped in. Look at that beautiful, almost 400 million shares traded last week, and a beautiful break of this downsloping trend in volume from the earnings. You've seen some beautiful stuff. So this is your opportunity. This is your moment to step into the bull zone for the first time since July, guys. And you can see the moves that you've gotten once you stepped into the bull zone, right? Let's take a trend line from the moment you stepped into the bull zone. You saw a 30% move in 8 trading days, guys. Or I think it's 6 trading days, right? Yes, 6 trading days. So that is insane. And that does bode very well for the overall trading range that you're in, right? If you're able to get back into the bull zone, you could see this thing begin to get crazy volatile and crazy explosive. But I do truthfully believe the best is yet to come on this stock, given the strength of breaking above 560. This is not something that I personally expected, but you can see here, even on the Bollinger Bands, the bands are beginning to expand, y'all. And we all know once you get above that mid band on the weekly, you are going most likely to the top band for a test of 671. So that's going to be an important level to remember, as well as we have continued to outperform a lot of the indexes, just like we were talking about before. Indexes are down. Nio is still climbing. I think that's huge. I think the strength that you're showing at these levels is huge, and I expect a continuation candle like this next week, 12%, maybe even another 12% after that, right? So that is what we're watching for Nio Stock. You've retested on the weekly RSI band, and you've sliced through the midline, which shows bullish continuation, right? Last time you were able to do that, last 2 times, I will outline for you, right? Let's take a vertical trend line. Let's do this technical analysis together. I'm trying to help you guys see something from my perspective, right? This vertical line and then this vertical line, right? So last times you sliced through the weekly RSI band and then the freaking midline. You can see weekly RSI band, you start your move. The bottom is in, right? And then you slice through this center dotted line. That is what you call your center line on the RSI. That stemmed this monstrous move of 140%, and that shows a bullish continuation on the stock. Second time you sliced above your mid band, your yellow band on the RSI, that created your bottom, and then you created your boom boom candle, right? Very short time frame, 27 days, almost 100%. So this is where I get excited, genuinely excited for the Nio community, that you are making these kinds of moves and you're making a higher low on the RSI and the chart, right? You're showing a bullish sign of a bottom, in my opinion, right? Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But what I do know is I know a lot about the charts, and the charts are telling me that if you see a blast past this freaking resistance, guys, you're going to go so much higher. Now, we already talked about the bad scenario. The good scenario we have not talked about yet, and that is, right, that this is an inverted head and shoulders, or that this is a cup and handle, y'all, and that formation, right, that tactical formation given to you by the company's amazing earnings and profitability takes you anywhere from this rejection candles of 16-18 to 18 to 20 bucks, right? And that is going to be huge for the shareholders in Nio. This thing is going to absolutely be rocking and rolling here if you're able to get a weekly close above 771, as you've already crossed the most important level of 560, guys. So that is going to be huge, 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 huge stuff. Now, I wanted to cover one more thing before I wish you adieu, and make sure to slap the subscribe button for anyone in the video still. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys, but you have hidden bullish divergence on IWM, and although this weekly close is disgusting, it's atrocious. I don't want to see that ever again. Look at that close, right? Disgusting. although you have a disgusting weekly close and this thing could dip a little bit further before you see it turn around, what you are seeing here on the RSI, this is hidden bullish divergence. That's a higher low on the stock. That's a lower low on the RSI. This is one of my favorite plays to make in the stock market because this is giving the RSI time to cool down, right? Time to reload to then go higher. This is a higher low. That is a technically bullish standpoint on the stock, right? If this thing blasts off, right? And in my eyes, what you're doing is you're still just retesting your previous all-time high of 244.98. And it will be written, guys. It will be written in the history books. This is a bullish formation, right? Cup, retest. This kind of U-shaped accumulative pattern making higher lows, bullish, hidden, divergence, guys. This goes higher, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but this goes higher. So God bless each of us and one of you guys. I hope you guys had an amazing day today. Just remember, the best is yet to come. Peace.